we got married, and we had planned to go ahead and go back to Oregon. Michael was working with electronics, working for an electronic company, and decided that he was interested in law enforcement because a lot of the vehicles that he worked on were police vehicles, and he used to wire them and do fancy little things for them so that their cars would be more custom made for the officer. And they really liked Mike, and they said, hey, you ought to go on for a few ride-alongs. And Mike did that, and health issues for myself made it difficult to live in Coos County, and we moved to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Coeur d'Alene for 6 months, and during those 6 months, we had a wonderful time. We're definitely outdoors type people. Kayak, both had kayaks, and definitely
Shots fired! 152 strike! Where's he at?
Earlier in the night, we'd had an incident with a suspect for hit and run and a theft, and deputies took over on the scene. While I was at the police department waiting, dispatch called me on the radio and said that the deputies wanted me to come back to the scene. Before I got to the house, I heard running, and then I heard the deputy start yelling, "Stop!" I caught up with the deputy. The suspect had been sitting inside the garage in a chair. Ran into the house, got a firearm. Suspect fired 2 shots from an 8-round revolver, 357 Magnum hollow point. One shot went into my right cheek, the other shot just went into a punching bag in the garage. The other deputies on scene returned fire and were able to stop him. He died from his injuries, and I went into a coma, and I woke up about 2 weeks later as a full quadriplegic.
going on. I had to treat him as if he was there and if he could hear me. I went through a lot of issues with whether or not to let Mike go, and a lot of it was suggested to me by the medical professionals, nurses, and doctors that I needed to let him go, but it was not my decision to make.
It was really confusing. I woke up and I wasn't quite sure what was going on, where I was. I was completely dependent on everybody else. If I wanted a drink of water or to go to the bathroom, whatever it was, somebody had to allow me to do that.
We kept it together and had great times laughing, and you can't take yourself too seriously, otherwise you just kind of fade away. And there was no way I was going to do that. So what kept me going was fighting for the injustices and making sure that if somebody else ended up in a situation,
It's over. We don't think about it once we get injured really bad and you have to live through it and relearn things like how to brush your teeth, how to swallow again. I had to learn how to breathe, but it's all worth it. In fact, one of the biggest hurdles is I needed to move on. I was still looking at the old Mike, and Carrie told me one day, she goes, you know what? She goes, the old Mike died. She goes, now you're the new Mike. You need to figure out what new Mike can do. Find something you can do now, use your voice.
Mike and I do public speaking so that we can go ahead and educate other people on what to do in the event of a catastrophic injury. A lot of people are unprepared, and there are ways to better prepare yourself. What I do for my part of it is speak about what I went through, what helped me, and what didn't help me. I'm not always this serious. I do have a few jokes to interject. You have to be able to joke about it. It's one of those things where we've been able to go ahead and turn a bad situation into a situation where everybody can heal and learn from.
They said I never walk. They said I never talk.